This is iFilm, and I'm James Williams here with Heath Ledger, Casanova himself. Now, besides getting to play the one of the most notorious seduction artists that there ever was, basically, what was it that drew you to this film?
Well, for one, it's obviously alluring playing Casanova, but this Casanova, I was really free of any kind of restraints or guidelines or rules in order to paint a historically correct picture of Casanova, because this is a fairy tale version of his story. And it's going to be shot in Venice. Should be nice. Wine, the pasta, and the gondolas are very alluring. And that was really it, you know what I mean? It came at the end of, I was working on Brokeback Mountain, and that was very exhausting and somewhat treacherous, kind of torturous at times. And I'd been so wound up on that movie that I just wanted to unwind on something, and this was the tool that was assisting me to unwind. And it worked perfectly. And I had a wonderful cast I was working with, and Sienna and Jeremy and Oliver and Lena and Omid and Charlie and Natalie, and this great director who was such a gentleman and cared for his cast and the story. And so it was just nothing, it was just a purely relaxing environment, and I needed that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, did you read any of his Casanova's personal works before starting?
Yeah, I read 2 of his journals out of 12, I think there are. And but as I said before, the movie wasn't really taking him that serious. In a sense, we're kind of borrowing his name and his legend to create this fairy tale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you have to go through a lot of training for the fencing scenes?
A little bit. I'd done swordplay before, but mainly with broadswords. So this was the first time I had to fence with in a what do you call it? Not jousting, but it's fencing. What am I talking about? Fencing with the mask kind of thing, and so it's more elegant. And so I had to learn that. Yeah, we did a bit. It was fun too.
Cool, cool. Now, in real life, Casanova, both of his parents were actors. How do you think that ultimately affected the person that he grew to become?
Oh, good question. Look, I don't know. Perhaps acting lifestyle, particularly back then, was it was like the gypsy kind of lifestyle. So it was constantly moving from city to city, and maybe just that the ability to adapt or the inability to kind of stay in one spot as an actor and working in a troupe. Maybe that affected him and his inability to stay with one woman and his ability to be a gypsy with women.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, maybe.
What can we look for you in next?
I did after this, I shot a movie in Australia called Candy, and it's a love story between 2 heroin addicts. And it's hardly the romantic comedy, but it's a beautiful movie, and I'm very proud of it. And I don't know when that's coming out or how, but it will.